Hey, you're listening to the Speaking of Music podcast.
All right, hey guys, we're back, and today we have actually a really special episode, and we are doing a Taylor Swift The Eras Tour song draft, for lack of better words.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, that is a mouthful. But essentially what we're doing today is we are taking one song from every single one of Taylor's albums, and we are picking it or drafting it for our very own Taylor mock shortened set list, right? Okay, so in total it's 13 songs? No, it's 12. It's 12 songs. Okay, because we're taking one from every single album, so that's 10. And then we are picking a mashup, kind of like those medleys she does on tour, and then a cover. So we are so excited. So we're just going to jump right in. We are going to rotate every round, and we are going to let you know our picks. So I'm going to start. And for my pick from debut, I'm going to take Should Have Said No.
Wow, so surprised.
I was hoping that I would get picked first because I needed Should Have Said No more than I needed the other songs in the first three.
Okay, so I will be picking Picture to Burn.
Wow. Okay.
I did listen to the whole album though. That's what I was doing this morning while I was doing my homework.
Okay, so Victoria, Anusha, you listened to
Yeah.
it? Okay. Victoria has basically never listened to the entirety of Debut, which I understand because Victoria does not like country music.
But it's like good country music.
No, but it's good.
It's like the exception to country music.
So we're really proud of her for coming through for this
You know it's
episode.
good country music when Nathan doesn't like it.
Okay, go. Anusha.
Okay, so my pick is Our Song, a good little country banger. I mean, all three of them are honestly good.
Yeah,
A little country banger to get it open.
I was wondering if like my top three would be taken up by all of us, but then I realized my third pick was I'm Only Me When I'm With You.
Okay, I had thought about that one
Because
though.
I was
did
like,
think
that's
about that.
that's tolerable and that's like really cute, and you could put the montage of like friends and like
Yeah.
family, like that's so cute, right? Anyway, we're gonna move on to Fearless now, so Victoria's gonna start.
I am gonna pick Fearless, the title track, because I just think that it has tourability. That's a word.
agree, yeah.
Tourability.
Okay, my pick is Mr. Perfectly Fine because she hasn't done it yet, and I think it has good screamability in the arenas. So
Okay, my pick is Forever and Always.
that was
That was my second
No, I
pick.
was debating because it was Forever and Always or You Belong With Me, because that's just has such high screamability too. You know,
Yeah.
like anyone plays that song and everyone's screaming. Like I've gone to concerts where they've played that song and it was not a Taylor Swift concert. Anyways, let's move on to Speak Now.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm mad. I'm last for this. This is not gonna end
Okay, so
well.
my pick is really basic, but I'm going to defend it. It's Enchanted. It's because the internet loves it right now. And, you know, the fans will eat it up. It'll be amazing on tour. So keeping it basic.
Okay, my pick is Long Live because I need a closer and I will literally cry.
Okay.
She plays this on tour. Okay, Victoria, I left it nice and open for you.
Wait, now I have to think about this. Because
Girl, just pick Haunted. We all know you want to.
fine. I'll pick Haunted to satisfy your opinion of my opinions.
Oh, Lord.
That's so wrong. But also, you know, like that's damaging to me. Like that's a good one. That's making people want to vote for you instead of me. I'm doing you a favor, a service.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick Haunted.
Great. Really original. It's not a Sophia.
So original.
That's true. Okay, let's move on to Red.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick State of
I
Grace.
knew it.
Wow!
I knew
No
it.
way! Damn, I'm mad.
I would pick the last time because it's my favorite, but that's not gonna get me any votes. And also, I need more upbeat songs in the beginning of her discography.
Yeah,
because
that's
the
why-
ballads
that's
are
why I
coming
agree.
later.
Okay, I'm gonna pick. I don't want to be basic.
Okay.
It's okay. Be basic.
Maybe it's like a tour set list. It's kind of like you need to be a little bit basic because
Okay,
if
fine.
you just choose all the underground ones, we say underground as if she doesn't have like millions of fans, but like you know what I mean. Like if you pick all the underground ones, it's not going to be necessarily the best tour set list.
Okay, fine. I will do All Too Well then, just because I think that it would be hard for her to like pretend it doesn't exist.
No, yeah, you're right. Like
No,
All Too
yeah.
Well is kind of needed. Also, I kind of thought this goes without saying, but the 10-minute version is off limits.
Yeah. Okay, so I think my pick is gonna be I Bet You Think About Me. Just because I feel like it would just make a really good counterpart to Mr. Perfectly Fine. Just kind of like a little back-to-back moment. Not necessarily like a mashup, just a little back-to-back moment. It's just like one into the next. And it just
That's
makes
cute.
sense together.
It's like when she gives that speech and she's like, guys, this is a step above beautiful.
Right.
What's the word? And then it goes,
Yeah.
she's really good at making them flow together. So that's probably going to work really well.
I'm gonna cry if my 1989 pick is taken.
Okay.
Like, so hard.
Who's going first?
Victoria.
Me.
Oh, I'm last.
Yeah.
Because I really want this one.
Well, I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say, but
Okay, go.
I'm gonna pick Wildest Dreams.
okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay,
It's not
good,
my
because
favorite.
I just personally have a thing for Wildest Dreams.
It would also be really good with like the reverb and like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would. Okay, my pick is Blank Space, but it's Sydney style.
Sydney style.
It is Sydney style, where she does the thing in the bridge, where she does her little loop. But it depending on where she's playing, she could, swap out Sydney with like
Sure.
London.
Okay, that was actually my number 2 pick.
That was my number 2 pick as well.
So I'm actually going to tell you, You Are in Love.
I knew it. I knew it.
I literally died. Okay, I felt so special on tour, like when I was 10 years old, and was I 10? I don't know. I was not that old. And I went to the 1989 tour, and she was like, guys, like I wrote this song and I need a little help for you to sing it back. I was like,
she's talking to me. She's talking to me. She needs my help.
I am a sucker for when she makes the audience sing back to her and like alternate, like when she does it with I Don't Want to Live Forever. I was considering making a category for non-album songs, but then I was like, they could be in the mashup if you really wanted them. But it's also the Eras tour, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, my choice is You Are in Love.
Okay. So now I'm a little upset, only for the reason that now I have to go first on rep, and I was kind of like banking on like you guys to choose first so I could kind of like decide.
I'll actually cry if you take my pick for this. Go.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do Dancing with Our Hands Tied, but like a nice little piano.
Piano, not like the acoustic rep tour one. The guitar.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, either one could work.
No, that
We
was
could do an acoustic like rep version.
okay. That was really real of her. I Did Something Bad Reputation Stadium Tour version. I was always kind of like I Did Something Bad was always at the bottom of my rep rankings, and then once every like 1 to 2 months, I remember the way she performed it on the Reputation Stadium Tour, and then it becomes my all-time favorite song. Like 10 out of 10, a million out of a million. It's so good. And I was going to die if she took that, even though I knew she wasn't going to. I don't know why.
But my problem with rep was that like I didn't know if I wanted to do Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Like that would definitely be an acoustic version, or if I wanted to do Delicate. Like I was kind of crying over that yesterday.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I thought about Delicate, but then I was thinking of the way she performed it, and Delicate was kind of like, it was like a bridge song to like gap, like her going from the A stage to the B stage.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know.
Okay, now I'm reconsidering all my choices because I don't know. I'm still considering whether I want like a powerful song or a less powerful song.
I think I know what your powerful song is gonna be. I think everyone. I think it's surprising that one of us didn't choose the song that I'm thinking of right now.
I'm gonna say Dress.
I was gonna pick Dress when we weren't doing this for a tour. I was gonna pick Dress, and I was literally gonna die if someone else chose it. But then I thought about it in tour terms, and Dress was my favorite. But that's only because I like Dress.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Lover.
Lover. Do I go first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Lover.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I was going to do that.
Okay. This was my logic for this, because my 3 choices for this were Lover, Cornelia Strait, which was entirely self-indulgent, and The Archer. And you're just giving me a look.
Okay, but the thing is that the Archer Live was the thing that what's the word, like made it better.
All I'm hearing is both of you definitely like repenting
and
thinking over the hurtful things you said to me.
well, okay, you've heard my story of why I like The Archer. So I was like, The Archer was bad. But then I was like, wait, it's like not a bad song. It's just like not for me. That was like my acceptance era. And then I had an anxiety attack in public.
physics.
And then I was like, easy they come.
Oh Lord.
Okay. But yeah. I chose Lover because like the amount of live performances that she's done of Lover, like acoustic, like it's just such a good energy. And the energy is also there with Cornelia Street. But if I were to choose one like iconic song to represent the Lover era, nothing is better than Lover itself.
All right, so I am next, and I'm gonna choose Death by a Thousand Cuts.
That's a good one.
Here's a good one.
Yes, that I just feel like has such a good live potential. Yes, but I mean, like, okay, we're doing like Death by a Thousand Cuts, like on the acoustic side.
Okay, you guys fully need to hear me out for this one.
I'm ready for anything.
I had a really different mindset going into this than I guess Sophia and Victoria did, because they kind of went for like the most iconic of the album. Like, yeah, like
honestly,
no, not like for the rest of them. I'm talking specifically for Lover. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Sophia was like, yeah, like Lover is the song, and I fully agree with that. Like, I would have chosen Lover too, but I chose False God instead because
that is a bit self-indulgent, is it not?
It is a very self-indulgent, first of all, and second of all, I think that the point of the Eras tour is to showcase just how many genres she spans across, and like no one talks about how False God is just like the jazziest masterpiece this world has ever seen.
So like False God with saxophones.
Yes, False God, and there's like 300 people with saxophones on the stage, just tearing it up.
It's
300
300 is, you know, we'll do what we will with that number once the time comes, but.
Okay, I was this close for rep, like kind of doing that. I was this close to doing like the King of My Heart with like the drums.
Yeah.
But then
I was
like,
really close to doing King of My Heart too.
Then I was like, then can she, the drums are kind of like useless because she uses them for only one song. And I couldn't really remember if on the rep tour she used them for anything other than that one song. But she did have a lot of props, and I feel like they were really cohesive on the rep tour, and the Eras tour she's gonna have to change a lot of like
she's just gonna have to go like
and
one
I was
after
like,
the other.
that's kind of a lot. I don't really know if that would work. I was thinking really logistical for this theoretical draft. It's as if she's listening to me. Like she really wasn't. I don't know what was going on.
Okay, so Victoria's up for Folklore.
This is going to go very badly for me.
This is going to be really bad because I'm looking at this list and I'm like, okay, I kind of want the Folklore and Evermore song to go together. But
okay, like a back-to-back moment.
But it's not gonna work out because I'm picking first for Folklore but last for Evermore, and so that's, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. All right, so my pick for Folklore is August.
Okay. F. You know what? Screw you. It's the first time I didn't get my number one pick.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Sorry,
Actually,
Sophia.
it's my number two pick, but it's like tied for number.
Okay, mine's Mirror Ball, but piano version.
That's my number three. Okay.
Because I feel like I just don't have a lot of like slow stuff, so I think like this is like the
perfect. Folklore was the time.
Yeah,
to do that.
Mirror Ball, but like piano version, I would sob like so hard.
Yeah, I like accepted that Folklore and Evermore were gonna be the slow ones, and I had like Cardigan and August basically on one line, and then Mirror Ball like right under it. So I'm gonna take Cardigan.
I was so close to doing Cardigan.
My two that I was going back and forth were Cardigan and August. So
yeah, and I think that's gonna be really good. And now, like, I knew what you were trying to do because I was trying to do it too. Okay, so that's my Folklore choice, and it's gonna be very whimsical. Like,
okay, whimsical. My Evermore choice is not awfully slow. It's Gold Rush. Because, first of all, this is extremely self-indulgent. Second of all, just picture it, okay? Like, the little lights on the phones, everyone's buffing along, the little gold confetti, like, falling from the ceiling because you're falling and it feels like flying,
until
the bone crush.
And then are the bones gonna crush? Is it, like...
No.
Like, doomsday?
Well, the bones might crush when everyone's trying to, like, grab the confetti out of the air, you know?
Yeah, it's like the Madison Beer
because there's like 400 million people there, right? So the bones might be crushing a little.
And they're trying to grab the confetti and sell it on Mercari.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like the perfect song.
Okay.
Well, Sophia better not pick the one that I want.
I'm picking Willow.
Okay,
because if I got Cardigan, I was picking Willow, but then I was about to steal your choice because I think you were going to choose right where you left me.
That is what I'm going to choose.
That's actually my number one, fun fact. But then I decided I want a Cardigan into Willow moment. kind of like the Grammys. But I didn't want to pick it as my mashup because that's too many slow songs, because Folklore and Evermore still have to be a choice.
Okay,
you know?
I was thinking of doing like Nobody No Crime, but like it's like you pair it with the other like country stuff. It's like it goes like maybe from a debut song like right into Nobody No Crime.
Yeah, I was trying to fit both Gold Rush and Nobody No Crime into like my mashup section. I was thinking like Nobody No Crime should have said no, but Should Have Said No is my debut pick, so that's not gonna work.
In case we don't know, I'm picking Right Where You Left Me for Evermore. Yes.
All right, so let's move on to our
I
final
have a
one.
big feeling that both of you are gonna pick my top two.
Really?
Who's going
Midnight
first?
Six.
You.
Me.
I have a feeling I know exactly like
Oh, because now I don't know what I'm gonna pick.
because like you could surprise me, but I have a feeling I know what it's gonna be.
Okay, so I'll tell you my top three because I actually don't know what to do. I have Maroon, Karma, and Lavender Haze.
That
Okay,
makes
never
sense.
mind.
That makes sense. No, those are in
What do
my
you think I was gonna pick?
top running.
Pick first.
Oh,
and then
because
I'll
you're
pick.
last.
Yeah.
I see. I'm gonna pick Karma.
That makes sense.
yeah,
That
good
makes
choice.
sense.
Okay, Maroon was my top choice. Kind of self-indulgent, I think.
No, same. Maroon's like on my top 3, but like
But I thought it could be fun, like especially the burgundy. Like that could be a really good moment for tour. And also Lavender Haze is just that's a lot
Like,
of fun
that's-
too.
okay, so yeah.
And Antihero I considered as well. But then I was thinking like Karma is so perfect because if we're thinking of the eras, like the Lost era, like Karma,
Yeah. It just makes
That's
sense.
true. That's true.
I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think people would have a lot of fun with it. She's a millennial. She likes cats. Like, there's really nothing better.
Sure. I had Mastermind in my running, but I'm not gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick Lavender Haze.
Okay, so never mind. You guys just didn't pick what I thought you were
Oh,
going to
okay.
pick. Okay, so my pick is Would've, Could've, Should've because I just think that bridge would be insane to scream.
Okay, I knew
on
you were
tour.
gonna say that.
So I was thinking about that, and I was like, she is never, ever, ever, ever,
I
ever
know.
going to perform that live.
Like this is definitely a very self-indulgent set list. Like it's not like the feasibility of it. It's like what we would want to see anyways.
Anyways, so we've picked all of our songs for the albums, but now it's time to come up with our mashups and our covers, so stay tuned.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, let me tell you about it. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free, and there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
The best part is that Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
All right, we're back, and we are ready to reveal our mashup and cover.
Okay.
I'm
going
with the
first.
mashup.
So I will be going first, and I definitely did not put as much thought into this as Anusha or Sophia did. And also my mashup is extremely self-indulgent, but it is Miss Americana and Mad Woman.
That's like the most Victoria
Yeah.
duo.
That's what is self-indulgent.
Okay, it's kind of bad.
It is kind of bad, but I don't really care
I feel like
because
she would make it work, though.
in my head it could work out, and for me, my personal
All right, your personal opinion, it would be wonderful.
it would
Moving
be
on.
wonderful.
Okay, so mine is just like really, really good, and like everyone wishes they could have like my mashup.
You know what, Anusha?
Yeah. So mine is Haunted, Come Back, Be Here. It's just like the most ideal combination of songs ever, and you all wish you were me.
I do, actually. Fun fact, Anusha stole my mashup. I literally wanted to cry. We were like, we both had it on our list. Like, we both came up with
We
it
both had it at number
individually.
2 as well.
And then, like, number 2 in the ones we came up
Yeah,
with.
and the ones we came up
And
with.
then she gets to go first for this round. So, anyways.
that's
That
when
is
you
how
don't get what you
drafting
want.
works.
But I always get what I want. Okay, so anyways, so then I came up with a new mashup because I decided in that moment that I hated all the ones I currently had. And I came up with Red and Mine. And I'm very excited because I think it'd be so much fun to fuse Red and Mine together.
Yeah. Honorable mentions were Lavender Haze, I Think He Knows, Archer Labyrinth,
Yeah.
you know,
Archer
the use.
Labyrinth.
The use.
I also had like Mine New Romantics, which in my head yesterday worked really well, but today I couldn't figure out how I wanted it to work. So
Oh, I also had Vigilante Shit ready for it.
that was good.
That was,
Victoria had
obvious.
nothing.
The use.
The Yush.
The Yush.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Yush.
I actually had questions about chapters 5 and 6 of The Great Gatsby. That's what I had last night. So
Oh, thanks.
yeah.
That's great.
You're reading The Great Gatsby?
Yeah. All right. And lastly, before we reveal our full set lists of our Eras Tour draft
Sure.
list,
She just started saying words.
Yeah.
okay, that's what Sophia did too.
Why did we let her talk? Because there's so much space in between the words too.
Okay, we're gonna reveal our covers now. And it doesn't even matter that I get to go first because we all have very different
Ideas.
Like
of how to
ideas,
approach
yeah.
this, yeah.
So mine's gonna be Sidelines by Phoebe Bridgers, and that's just assuming that like during this specific performance she's like Phoebe's not opening for her, because that would be a little weird.
Yeah, that would be a little, unless she brings Phoebe out and they sing Sidelines.
Then I would cry so hard.
I also considered for this when I was like making the document, I was like, are we gonna pick like a special guest, because she does
That's
that
what I
every
was
single
gonna say.
night.
I was thinking
And
about
That would
was-
be good though.
I
Like a
was so ready-
sidelines with Phoebe and Taylor.
That's why I was so ready to whip out Nile Horn and Slow Hands, because
I
that
was
literally my
thinking
favorite
about
thing ever.
Everything Has Changed. I was
Yeah.
considering that.
But everyone's so my cover is Liability by Lorde, which is definitely something. It's really sad. And I was gonna pick a happy cover. I had The Steps by High up on there, and Angry Woman by Ash. But then ultimately, I feel
really
like this is
loudly.
something she would go with.
And for my cover, I picked Feels Like by Gracie Abrams.
Yeah.
I kind of needed something less depressing than the choices that Anusha and Sophia made.
Well, that's like the one non-depressing Gracie song.
Oh yeah, that was the point. So are we ready to reveal our set lists?
Okay, so I'm gonna open with Blank Space, Sydney Style, of course, because I just think the Nice to Meet You, Where You Been would be like a good opener. Then we go into Mr. Perfectly Fine, I Bet You Think About Me, back to back. Our song, because I just kind of needed a place to stick that in there. Dancing with Our Hands Tied acoustic, because I just wanted to kind of slow it down a little bit at this point. Mirror Ball piano version. Then we go into Sidelines, just the most depressing, the pinnacle of depressing, then would have, could have, should have, following that right up. And then Enchanted to kind of, it's like, Enchanted is like my kind of mediating song between the really slow and then like the really hype ones. Then I have False God, Gold Rush, and then I'm going to close it off with my mashup, which is Haunted, and then Come Back Be Here, because you want your audience to come back and be here.
Okay. Anyways, now that I want to cry, I'll reveal mine. So I'm going to open up with State of Grace, and like I kind of pictured it with like big drums and like an electric guitar moment going on for Taylor.
I wanted
And
that.
Into Red. Yeah, I know you did. But
We
you
all
can't
wanted
have it.
it.
And then into the Red Mine mashup. And then I have her doing Forever and Always. And then she slows it down. She picks out her guitar. She does the You Are in Love thing. I have her moving over to the B stage in You Are in Love with like the guitar, and it's like moving, like kind of like Delicate style. And then I have the Cardigan right into Willow, kind of like whimsical moment she has going on. And then I have back up to the hype, Should Have Said No, I Did Something Bad, Karma. And then after Karma, she moves on to the piano for the end of the show, and she starts with Liability, into Lover, and then finally into Long Live, which starts on the piano and ends up as like a big like orchestral type of moment.
Okay, and my set list starts with Lavender Haze. So doing something very similar to Sophia with the opening. And then I move on to Wildest Dreams. And then I have a little guitar moment with Death by a Thousand Cuts and All Too Well. And then I have her doing Dress into the Miss Americana Mad Woman mashup, but that's on the piano. And then Mad Woman brings us into our lovely Folklore Evermore moment of the show with August on the piano, and then Right Where You Left Me after that. And then Feels Like goes into Haunted, Picture to Burn, and Fearless. So ending with a lovely country vibe.
Sure.
Sure.
Anyways, this was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, this was actually a lot of fun. My set list ended up better than I thought it was going to be.
Same for me. I
thought it
thought
was gonna be a train
mine was
wreck.
going to be such a hot mess.
I
But
thought so too.
We
but-
pulled it together in the end, and that's probably because Taylor has such a great discography and with so much variety, and you could just honestly do so much with it. And thank you, Taylor, for giving us such great music to listen to, and we are so excited because we are actually going to the Eras tour, probably.
Some of us, hopefully.
The details are being worked out.
To be decided.
But we are so excited to see what Taylor actually puts out. And if you are excited to see what we are going to put out in the future, make sure you are following us on our social media.
Our Instagram is at the Speaking of Music podcast.
And our TikTok is at Speaking of Music Podcast. So make sure to go follow both of those for all the latest updates. And as always, we'll see you next week.
Bye. Whoa.
Wait,
Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.